Genau. Genau so.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. And this is Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go here in Cincinnati. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. Not much. Second and long coming up. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And the reception for Chris Godwin. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker. Be friendly to the quarterback. And then the ball has to be out on time before...
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by DJ Turner. To the 20. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Irving now on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Bucky Irving. And it'll lead to a second down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. On 1st down is Mayfield. That pass complete to the veteran, Sterling Shepard. A gain of 21 on that pass play. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Toward the middle of the field, he's got Evans. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he is not gonna get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They send Evans in motion. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Bengals on top. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. Here's 3rd and 2. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. That is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Tampa. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bucs move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
One, ready?
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Done.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's get set. Done.
On the ground, it's Brown. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Done.
Play action now. It's Burrow. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And now it's 4th down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he's going to have a Bengals first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
Second down and 3.
Here we go, here we go.
A carry here for Brown. He'll manage only a couple. Levante David doing his work on defense. Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Here we go.
They go play action for Burrow. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10.
11, 11, 11. Dot.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. He is in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers. There's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It could be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
On the return is Sean Tucker. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. First and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Give him 14 on that play, one first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He's going to run it. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
This one is caught by Shepard. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try again here. Second and 10. To throw is Mayfield. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the first down, and that brings up fourth down. So, Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This one from 39 yards out. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, first and 10.
Here we go.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Behind.
Now Brown. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Gun, gun. Dot, dot.
Now Burrow on the bootleg. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. Dot.
Now Burrow. That one is caught. It's Hudson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Here we go. Dot.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That his second touchdown tonight. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry in the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. To return is Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Bengals have got it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs. But he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Burrow here on second down. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. Got.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And he will score. Andre Yosibov. Touchdown, Bengals. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. That is Trey Hendrickson, the veteran, in there to record the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. The throw on the run is complete. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down is Mayfield. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I can tell you from experience, Mike, that is going to be on his mind the rest of the week. It's one thing to drop a ball. That's going to happen every now and then. But when you do it and it takes away a touchdown, man, that stings. So we can talk short-term memory all we want. But I can promise you, this guy, he's hoping to get another shot at it.
On 2nd down, Baker. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
That is incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, that recovery certainly makes things a little more interesting, but you're still down 2 possessions, so you've got to work fast, score quickly, and then line back up and recover another one.
Here's 1st and 10.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Watch out!
Here's Mayfield. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They send Evans in motion.
King!
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. Toward the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Right back to Evans. He's got it again.
Let's go!
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. He gets free. And he's going to take this back all the way. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Irving now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. Going up top for Evans. Now right on the heels of the pick 6, he is intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster. And I don't know how else to classify it. I mean, that's now 5 turnovers, 3 coming through the air. You're just not going to win games at this level playing and giving the ball away.
Gun! Cut!
They'll run here with Brown. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. Clock stops with 1 minute and 6 to go in this one.
Here we go.
Here's Brown. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
11. Here we go.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game.
On 2, ready?
They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. 13 yards and a big exhale as they convert on 4th down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Stop.
Here we go. One final play. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. Again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts, and it's all up next.
From the crossroads of America, we're at the center of Indianapolis, Indiana, as we get a look here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Glad you could join us, everyone. Alongside Brock Hewitt up in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And this contest isn't quite the level matchup that typical good games are born from, partner. One side clearly favored over the other.
Yeah, well, you know where this comes from? A trap game. That's where this comes from.
Yeah.
In any sport, from the NFL to basketball to soccer, playing at home, we know this can be the great equalizer that gives the steepest underdogs a fighting chance, and you can feel it in the building today.
I was going to say, you can already hear this home crowd rallying in support of that upset. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And here we go from Indy. Here's a return from the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throw, Mahomes. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. It's Pacheco again. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
A first down carry for Pacheco. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They send a tight end in motion. 2nd and 8. He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This throw is cut. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City! Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that when Anthony Richardson came out of the draft out of Florida, he was the greatest all-around athlete we'd ever seen at quarterback. 240 pounds, running 4.4, jumping 40 inches. He was the envy of defensive ends and linebackers that couldn't put up those numbers. Now, it's taken all those athletic traits and squeezing them into the quarterback position, maximizing all that physical talent to become the superstar he can be.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. He's in trouble, and the Chiefs bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Colts going to kick this away now on 4th, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. His work begins at the 31, and he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 61-yard punt that time, and the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That pass is complete to Kelsey. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he has this one down to the 8-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Mahomes. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing is Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. And they take him to the ground, but he's going to have some good news as he's helped up here. We've got a flag down, and this one likely isn't going to count. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They go play action. It's Mahomes. They're on him again, and he goes down again. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
A 1st and goal pass, yeah, it can be an active surprise at times, but let's give some credit to this defense and the coverage in particular. They stayed focused and locked in on those routes, giving that rush plenty of time to get home, and now make 2nd and goal much, much more difficult.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. To the air, Mahomes. Catch is made in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes now. Getting out to his left. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They'll run it up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
The Colts with their offense out. Their second drive coming up. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Taken in by Pierce. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Option give to Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now Richardson to throw. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Running it after the penalty. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They go again with Taylor. Across midfield to the 45. And he's down to the 42-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From the 36. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down throw here from Richardson. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They'll throw again. Richardson completes this one to Granson. And he's going to be touchdown a yard shy of that marker.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on third down. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Fourth down's going to bring out Matt Gay and the Colts field goal unit for the first time. It's a 36-yard look for him. Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. Juke the defender. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And the Colts will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Richardson. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, Taylor. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. Completed over the middle. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From midfield on 2nd down. Cut out left. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Short side option here. He's running left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action with Richardson. That one finds Josh Downs. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. 16 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Colts take a 2nd quarter lead. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Gay with the point after. And the Colts push their lead to 3. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. McCole Hardman now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chiefs aren't headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Finds his man. It's Worthy. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Finds his man Rice. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Play action, Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
It's Pacheco on 3rd. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's able to get this down to the 36. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it's going to be 2nd down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
2nd and 10 now. Hauled in by Worthy. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Third down, 1 yard to go. Again, Mahomes to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Another throw for Mahomes. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the gun, Pirine. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Only a yard that time, so now they're left with 3rd and 13.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and long for him here. On target to Worthy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal units and Harrison Butker headed out. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Reed now to kick this one away. Josh Downs to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Colts offense set to head out. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Richardson now. Finds him on the slant. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Taylor again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
To throw, Richardson. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
The Colts are ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And there won't be a return here. This punt is out of bounds. They'll say inside the 40. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he gets him around 6 there. Play made by E.J. Speed.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down throw, Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And he's able to get this down to the 36. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. That one complete to Hopkins. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
From the 21. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 2nd quarter lead. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. Downs on the return. And look at this return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. First and 10 now from the 30. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Colts.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throw here from Richardson. Hauled in by Downs. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
They're set up at the 35 now. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Finds a seam down the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Colts pushing for a late spark before halftime. And they've got themselves another first and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. The throw is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Forced, and this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts earn the chance to tie before halftime. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play. Yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts make it 17 all. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Chiefs headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Finds his man Rice. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he'll get it up to the 44. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to the air, Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs take the lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. Downs on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they finally bring him down after a huge return into their territory.
Us quarterbacks, Kate, yeah, you'll hear us say things like our best friends are the blockers up front or the go-to receivers. But a returner who could give you a short field coming out just like that, well, he's someone maybe you take to dinner during the week as a thank you for that great field position.
Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. Hopefully they've drawn something up here, Brock, because not a lot of time left to get this inside of field goal range. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he'll go down here at the 16. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Colts. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Here's Matt Gay for the Colts field goal. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock Martin, the touchback. This kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. One last play before the break. He's back to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So we've arrived at halftime. The Chiefs with a lead so far on the road. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Indianapolis getting its offense out there to start off this second half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a run with Taylor. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Short side option here. He's running left. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. He's got time here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And they're going to take over possession. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Run from Pacheco to start the half. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to throw Mahomes. And the Colts get to him. He goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Caught for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run. Pacheco finds the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs push their lead further to start the half. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11. Reed now to kick this one away. Downs on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been been some early contact before that throw arrived. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Taylor. Has a lane inside the 35. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
On first down, it's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd and 3 now. It is cut left side. Give him 3 on that game. And it'll be first down, Colts.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Taylor. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
A run here with Taylor. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun here. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now Richardson to throw. Has it in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
4th down's going to bring out Matt Gay and the Colts field goal unit for the first time. Pretty easy kick here, Brock. Just 22 yards. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Hardman with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his first one. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Richardson. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And this one does not go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's a handoff for Taylor. And they had that one contained right at the line. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Richardson now. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
Option give to Taylor. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And no look there. That throw falls to the ground.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Richardson. On target to Downs. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Second and 3 now. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Richardson back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Fourth down's going to bring out Matt Gay and the Colts field goal unit for the first time. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. Hanging close, and it does find that right upright. No good. And they continue to trail by 8.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A gain of 27 yards there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got first down from the 31. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. So second down coming up. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time. And
this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd and just 2 to go. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing on.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Pacheco will score. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs lead by 15 now. Reed now to kick this one away. Downs on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He's got Pierce. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing now, Richardson. Short pass brought in. On the move, past the 40. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Colts ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Richardson on third. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort, getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw Mahomes. He's on the move. He keeps it and takes off. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Mahomes now. This one finds Kelsey. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun handoff to Piron. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. So that brings up 2nd down.
Man, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Mahomes. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs have likely locked up the win right there. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs grow the lead now to 22 points. Reed now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Colts ready to take the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, it's Richardson. This one finds Taylor. And he crosses midfield before going out. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Taylor makes the catch.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They'll throw again. Richardson. A quick slant into the hands of Downs. And he's taken down at the 30. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Hauled in by Downs. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Hits him on the out route. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Throw on 3rd down. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there,
Yeah.
because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Now the Colts leaving the offense out there. They're going to try for 2. He's throwing for it. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Hardman with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to the air, Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
From the red zone now. Flush down out to his left. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. A good pickup of 8 yards, but still more than that. 9 to go now on 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Third down, it's Mahomes. This throw is caught. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs stretch the lead to 23. Reed now to kick this one away. Downs on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The offense headed back to the field. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 32. Cut out left. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
On target to his man Taylor.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Hits his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive. New set of downs for him from the 46. Richardson now on 1st and 10. Looking slant route, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Play action with Richardson. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
So here's the Colts offense as they line up for another 2-point try. Throwing from the pistol, Richardson escapes out to the left. And he reaches the end zone on that 2-point try, Brock. This is going to cut it to a 2-score game now, down 15. No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
A 1st down carry for Pacheco. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. It's Pacheco again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Chiefs in very good shape, up by 15. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Second down now, 7 to go. Right back to Pacheco. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. A counter give here to Pacheco. And he'll manage to get this one down to the 27. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. They'll go. It's Mahomes. That's caught beyond the marker. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Chiefs in a victory formation here as they take a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. I know you and I were both a bit surprised to see them favored so heavily on the road coming into this one, but the projections were right. A nice road win for them.
Yeah, sometimes those people making those predictions, sometimes they do get it right. And these guys were just on a totally different level than the opposition. They overcame that home field advantage pretty easily to be able to take the game that they were indeed favored in.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Indy.